Hey, welcome to the podcast. This is Unqualified with Matt and Teddy. I'm your host, Matt. This is my co-host, Teddy. With us, a bunch of guests this week. We got Vaughn to my left.
Hey, how's it going?
Make his first appearance finally. My jiu-jitsu homie. Within Klinsman.
Yo.
Back again every week. Tim here. He's from the Lost episode.
Yeah, it's the second appearance. First one y'all know about.
Yeah, the first episode got mysteriously lost. I don't know, something in the ether. Like I think there's the tech department got it or something.
Something like that. Tech department.
It's out there somewhere.
It got lost somewhere. Something happened, but he's here.
Somewhere in the cloud.
Yeah, he's gonna help defend football stuff for me. He knows the stats. I don't know. We got a bunch of news and stuff to talk about. There's so much stuff going on, MMA and shit. We'll get to that later since that's the more important stuff. Bullshit. Right now, we'll go through what happened with football this week.
Yeah, quick question off top of your head. Who's the greatest Caucasian boxer of all time?
Canelo?
Try again, my friend.
That shit.
He's Caucasian, right?
Canelo's white.
Try again, my friend.
He's white. Rocky.
Try again, my friend. He's Italian.
Triple G. Right now?
What?
Triple G's
not white.
He's not white.
He's white?
No.
Canelo's white.
Triple G's white. You're not calling those. He's Russian, right?
Canelo Alvarez
He's something.
is white. Canelo Alvarez is white.
Russian people aren't white.
No,
They're
they're
original
Russian.
white people.
They're Russian.
Out in the snow.
So it's nobody, right?
You're right. Yeah, okay. That's your point? Yes, there are no good white boxers.
I'm convinced.
Yeah.
White people came up with
Paulie
the UFC.
Malignaggi.
I'm convinced white people came up with the UFC because they can't fight.
Is that a fact though?
That's not true.
One good boxer.
White people.
One good white
all right,
boxer.
who watches boxing in America though?
Minorities. I'm convinced that blacks and Hispanics are the best hand-to-hand combat race. That's why it's no good white fighters in boxing. So they came up with a way that they could use their feet because they weren't good with their hands.
We're minorities in this room, though.
I mean, it was just as
Matt, defend your people,
I
man.
don't have an argument. It is mostly white people that watch MMA.
That's a thought. You know what I mean?
Whenever it comes to striking, white people definitely gravitate to UFC. But you gotta realize it's MMA, mixed martial arts. You have jiu-jitsu, which is nothing but Brazilians. The Gracies who started it. But I definitely see where you're coming from.
It was just a thought. You know what I mean? Y'all are my only white friends, so I figured out that.
I mean, I don't know any American. I don't even know an American that boxes.
Yeah.
That's the point I'm trying to make here.
Last week I'm talking shit
I
about
can't
Paulie this week.
I
I'm like,
don't
Paulie's the
even
greatest.
watch boxing, like, because I watch UFC.
Yeah.
'Cause,
I mean, I guess y'all can claim Conor since he's a boxer now.
I guess.
It's the closest y'all gonna get.
It's close.
Yeah. He's definitely the biggest white boxer.
So Caucasian would be what? Just white?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said Canelo.
Russian people are not white?
That's what have I been saying?
They're
Where have you been? Yeah. Russian is white.
Wait, how is Canelo
You're
not
telling me
white?
Putin is not white.
Canelo's half Mexican, right?
Vladimir
Yeah,
Putin.
Canelo's half Mexican. It's
half
Alvarez.
Mexican.
I think he's
half
full
white.
Mexican, isn't he?
What?
Yeah, Canelo is full
Yeah,
Mexican.
he's full
just,
Mexican.
his skin is
Is
just
he just a
pale.
bro?
Oh,
man,
man.
that's what I'm saying. Blacks and Mexicans
Unless
are the
I'm
only
really
ones that
uninformed
can
on
tell
this
us.
podcast.
He's
all
probably got
different
like
skin
some
tones.
Spanish blood or something in there, but
Yeah.
I think his like
That's not a white guy?
mom and dad
No.
are-
That's not a white guy.
Not
Neither of
white.
these are white guys.
Canelo is a ginger, so
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
insane, man.
That guy's
If
not
I were to
white.
see that dude
You're
walk
out
on the
of your
street,
mind.
that's a white guy.
That's a white guy for sure.
like, I don't think Canelo knows English. Like,
So if you met an albino black guy, is he a white guy?
I'm just saying, if I saw him,
But that guy's not albino.
walking
He's
down the
just
street.
like naturally
if
white,
you saw,
right?
if you saw Canelo on the street, you would think, oh, that's just a white guy.
For sure. If like you didn't know anything about anything and you just saw him somewhere, for sure.
No, he's got a couple things going on there.
Yeah. You're right. Russia.
Maybe he's just
Russia's
a-
taking
maybe
over
he's
by,
just a-
like, the Mongols.
Maybe he's just a
right?
tanned white guy.
Not tanned white.
Yeah.
It was just a thought I had.
Yeah, good thought. Good thought to start
Somebody
the day
Google.
off.
Somebody Google
No
like
white people
good white
boxing.
Hey, what's so
Yeah,
crazy
man.
is this one question's gonna
theory.
fuck with Matt so much. He's gonna text me at like 3 in the morning.
It is
with a
real
random-
funny.
He's gonna have a top 10.
Yeah, with a random white guy from the 70s or some shit.
He's gonna have a top 10 for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like,
I thought you were gonna say like Jack Dempsey.
Well,
But
back in
that-
the day, right? Like back in the day, I can't
was
think of
nothing but white
one
boxers.
recently, but back in the day, there was
Yeah.
a lot of good white boxers.
Because Jack
Yeah.
Dempsey was my favorite, but I think Jack Dempsey is Italian.
yeah.
So
That's the thing, though. Everybody's a little bit of something.
Yeah.
And you can box pretty cheaply, to be honest. And like karate classes are super expensive. Jiu-jitsu classes in America are super expensive. Doing Muay Thai classes in America are super expensive.
I think it just got expensive, though, didn't it? Like I think before
yeah,
it was
probably
just
it was
just
mainstream.
since the UFC.
If you're in Thailand, like those kids are super poor taking Muay Thai classes from super early.
With the best of the best.
With the best.
Right? Because you're there. Brazil's the same thing. If you're in Brazil doing jiu-jitsu, it's going to be relatively cheap. Those kids can do it and be living in the favelas. Or that's why a lot of those guys come from the streets and stuff, and they can do jiu-jitsu classes. Here, I mean, you got to pay.
A lot of money to train with some bums.
And your parents got to, you got to go. There's like 3 jiu-jitsu classes in
I always
school.
wanted to ask you, not advance it. Why jiu-jitsu?
Why did we take jiu-jitsu?
Yeah. Like, why did y'all settle on that?
I don't like getting my face punched.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm with Vaughn. I don't
Yeah.
get punched in the
I think
face.
I'm gonna go with that on number one.
Just
I want to learn
another
something and not
reason
get
why
my
there's
face
no
beat
white
in.
boxers. Y'all don't like getting in the face.
A bunch of pussies. Yeah.
God.
Yeah, I'm not looking to get fucked up, but
So can we agree that jiu-jitsu is for people that really don't want to fight?
it's not a fight. I will say jiu-jitsu is not a fight. It's definitely a match. It's more like wrestling. Like a grappling match is what it is.
Like WWE?
Not like WWE. Fuck you. It's a I don't know, man, chess match.
I'm just saying, because before you were all like, jiu-jitsu is the best. Now I'm feeling like...
I do love jiu-jitsu. It's
You know
great.
what I
I
mean?
mean,
I feel
if
like
we
now
could get
it's-
like belts, I'm talking about like wrestling belts for jiu-jitsu instead of these medals. You know what I mean?
EBI does belts.
Like,
EBI
everyone
does
bringing it back.
badass belts.
Yeah,
We get
now
some
I'm feeling
belts.
like it's
And
where
make
the
it like
pussies
more like
go to
American
hang each
wrestling.
other.
Yeah. it's a part of MMA, man. It's part of the game. Where if I figured if I learned that, I don't have to get
Oh,
punched in the
MMA
face.
in a it's
Well, I mean, how often does a
Is
fight
that
go?
the bottom?
How often does a fight go to the
What do
ground?
you mean it's at the bottom? That's
Like-
when you go to the ground. I mean, wrestler, you can just be really good at wrestling and be fine on the ground, but jiu-jitsu's strictly grappling,
Yeah.
no striking or anything. So when you do go to the ground, you kind of know how to wrestle and handle yourself, and you do add in strikes and stuff when you go to MMA, so
Yeah.
it's a little bit different.
It's just weird. I guess because I'm programmed difference. You know what I mean? Because growing up, when you fought, if you grabbed somebody, that made you a bitch. Like,
For
Yeah,
sure.
You
I
know what I'm
remember
saying?
that.
Like,
I
that's-
remember that, and now that I'm older, I'm like, well, that's not true.
Like that was the main reason. Like, don't fucking grab me. Like,
Yeah, but in a
I remember
fight,
that when I was little.
yeah,
Where you knock somebody down and you gotta let them get
you gotta
back
let them back up. Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, unspoken rules in a street fight.
look,
Yeah.
fight,
For
look, if
sure.
it goes to the ground and this happens to you, like, I don't know, man. I would want to know jiu-jitsu when it gets down there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, striking's cool and all, but if a guy's gonna do that to me,
Yeah.
like what
Don't know how
our
to
buddy
defend
Johan
that.
said.
Also attack from there.
Yeah, our buddy Johan that trains with us, he was saying like that he trained for like 6 months or something
Yeah.
in kind of jiu-jitsu, and he trained for like a year in Muay Thai.
Yeah.
So then they threw him in a smoker fight, and he was like, "Well, I can figure hands, I can handle myself."
Yeah.
And then when it got to the ground, I think the dude armbarred him or something like that. He said. So then he was like, "All right, well now I got to learn jiu-jitsu
when
or
it gets to the ground.
right." And you can have a well-rounded game like Conor. He's not like great in jiu-jitsu or anything.
Yeah.
He probably knows more than us, but he's not great at it. He knows how to keep you from taking him down. He's got good defensive wrestling and balance where he's not going to go down.
Yeah.
So he just be super good striker. It's crazy that boxers don't just figure out like, all right, let's just figure out how not to get taken down and then come to the UFC and kill people. Why don't they do that?
Because everybody in the UFC would tap the strikes.
No,
Against
what?
boxers.
What? If it
Touch
was that
strikes.
easy, if it was just that boxers, if they come over, it'd be too easy, they'd be coming over and killing it. They're not, though.
It's
a
no
lot of
money in
boxers.
it. What the fuck?
No, a lot of
Boxers turn
boxers.
down all this money in boxing to come get pennies. That's some shit that's probably gonna phase out in the next 5 years.
Phase out in 5 years. Get out your mind. It's bigger than it's been in 5 years.
That's how I feel about boxing, though. I feel like boxing's
been out the door until this year. It's kind of picking up.
What? Boxing's been around since the beginning.
It's
of
been
time.
around, but it's been dead until this year.
And UFC
who
just got big,
can you
like, 2
attribute
years
that
ago.
to? Conor McGregor.
Miguel Cotto?
No, Cotto. I'm talking about Cotto retiring this
Canelo
weekend
Triple G?
against
Manny Pacquiao?
All right, you're a big Cotto fan. Who's Cotto fighting this weekend?
Ali.
You don't. Okay, what's his first name?
Some Mexican? I don't know.
No, it's not. I don't even think he's Mexican.
He looks Mexican.
That's racist.
Whatever, I'm black. I can't be racist.
Fuck you.
It's definitely a nobody. I think he's like 25-1 now.
Yeah, it's definitely a nobody. Boxing's dead. MMA is killing it.
That should let you know something right there.
What?
That a boxer could be 25-1, and they're like, he's a nobody. But then you'll bring up some fucking dumbass that's 8-16 and be like, well, bro, he's definitely about to be the champion.
Maybe it's just an MMA.
All right.
Maybe
I will say that whole system's kind of messed up because now they are kind of just like giving people fights that don't deserve them just because they have hype around them. Mm-hmm. You know?
Boxing's
like they'll start promoting themselves, like getting into some controversy. Like it's starting to turn into like WWE.
That's definitely what it's starting to feel.
I think that's it can be the same way with boxing too. You have these people that they talk a lot of smack, and people start paying attention to them like on the internet.
I mean, that was the whole Floyd and Conor fight.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, boxing also, it's kind of like a known thing though that there's like certain boxers that are like there to kind of like pad somebody's record.
And I think a lot of that, comes from sales. Like, whenever Broner fights a Hispanic fighter, it's going to sell. Because, Hispanics hate Adrian Broner. And they're going to buy fights.
And, I mean, obviously the black and Hispanic
are going to go
rivalry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what's so crazy because it's,
race is definitely a thing in boxing. And
wasn't that guy going to be like a big superstar and then he kind of fell off, Adrian Broner?
Yeah, he went to jail. He's doing
right now, he's
that dude's all being
they have a
an
warrant out
idiot.
for him or something.
He always got a warrant, bro. That's what makes Adrian Broner great.
Because he's always got a warrant?
Yeah. You know what I mean? He got a pistol charge last year. Like, I love this guy.
He's hanging out all over Instagram, just hanging out with celebrities and stuff. Yeah. But he's got a warrant out for him right now.
Hey, man. How could you not love that guy? Like,
he's great.
All right, I did Google Caucasian boxers. There hasn't been one since like the 70s.
Not a deep list, huh? Not a deep list. Well, okay.
Damn.
Tyson Fury.
What? Isn't he Irish?
That's white, man. That's white.
Is he from Ireland?
That's like, yeah. No.
Okay.
So are we saying American white people is what it is, or what?
I think so.
But white people aren't really from America either. If we want
because white people.
Okay, you're working against your argument now. Yes, you're right.
So where do we go back to originate where white people came from?
That's true. I don't even know what type of white I am.
Yeah, where did white people come from?
They came from like Britain or something, right?
We can't even say that.
We all came from the same place, man.
Because if you ask an American Caucasian person, they hate the Brits. So where exactly did white people come from?
But history tells us that that's where they came from.
Yeah, we all come from the north.
North.
Something like that, right?
Well, no.
Isn't that white people are white because they come up, there's no sun or something up there?
No.
Came through, Native Americans came from Russia.
Right.
Through
Russia, the original white people.
The original white people.
Yeah, and then they went to Alaska. There was like a bridge there.
But where did the Russians come from? That's the
Oh
real
man,
question.
we can go down that rabbit hole, man.
Whew, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Let's go back to sports, though, huh? Fuck all this conversation.
I think all those Indians y'all are talking about became like Native Americans, though.
Yeah,
we weren't talking about Indians at all. We were talking about Native Americans.
Shut up, man.
I think y'all are still
Doesn't everyone have like a little bit of Native American blood in them somewhere?
Don't we all?
Yeah, so,
That's racist.
Don't we all? Shut the fuck up, man. You people migrated over here. You're not from over here.
Yeah, we're super white. Anyways, anything happened in football?
Yeah, man. Chargers best team in the league right now.
Beating scrubs. Who'd they beat? Who'd they just beat?
Week 1, you were like the biggest Cowboys fan, bro. What happened?
Cowboys suck. Turns out I found out.
Crickets.
Cowboys suck. Now, they have lost a lot of people. They've lost Ezekiel Elliott.
One.
They lost. No one else got my back? Come on, guys. There are more people.
This is Matt scrambling for time right now.
Yeah, fuck them. Cowboys suck. I don't know, man. I want to defend them just because I want to have your pops back. Isn't he a Cowboys fan?
Yeah. Pop,
There
your
you go.
team sorry as shit. I wish I didn't reset my phone. Y'all would have seen the text message. He hates me.
You're just talking shit the whole game?
Yeah, bro, the whole game.
You know, I pretty much only watch the games hoping that they're losing. I think somebody saw, or Vaughn saw yesterday, I was watching the Lakers Golden State game hoping that
Golden State lose.
right, and I was watching about halftime. I'm pretty sure it was 74-70, and I was like, Lakers got them.
Yeah, you thought.
A little early. I haven't watched enough basketball to realize halftime doesn't mean anything, and 4 points is absolutely nothing.
Fuck
4
no.
points is
4
nothing.
points can disappear in
You're
like
basically
30 seconds.
tied.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, fuck all your teams. So Cowboys suck.
Lonzo had 15 points though.
Yeah, finally he's doing a little bit better.
Man, that shot is ugly as shit. I hate every time he shoots the ball.
I've been watching the show. His dad's not happy with him.
I always hear
watched
all
this
the other
bullshit
media
show.
places thrashing him about how terrible he
He's
is.
trash,
Yeah,
bro.
Stephen Smith hates him.
He's definitely gonna be a bust.
You think?
Poor guy.
Yeah, bro, he's trash.
But at least he got in, made his money. He's getting out, right?
I don't know. LeBron's gonna go over next year and help him out.
LeBron's going to Philly.
I saw that. That's good.
LeBron's
that
going
real?
to Philly?
LeBron's gonna go
That's
to
not a
Philly.
thing.
I don't know if you saw, but I think Anthony Davis is leaving New Orleans here soon.
I would.
bro.
Am I on there?
Yeah. I would if I'm Anthony Davis. If I'm Anthony Davis, I'll go wherever LeBron goes.
Definitely leave the Pelicans.
He's leaving.
I wanna
LeBron
play
got
with
ejected
LeBron.
the other day. Day after that, Anthony Davis got ejected.
Saw that.
He was this close from fighting that ref. Real close. Threw his jersey down.
Should have done it.
He's
Should
gone.
have done it. Shut up.
He's gonna ask to leave.
Conor McGregor style. Slap a ref.
Yeah. Only difference is in the NBA, you'll be out the whole season.
Yeah.
You hit a ref.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you're Conor
You're
McGregor.
off, you're off the team.
No,
Yeah,
any
you are.
I'm
other,
sure if you're not Conor McGregor,
yeah, any other fighter, you're out.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're probably
Yeah.
done too.
If it was LeBron or like Steph, you could probably get away with
Yeah,
it.
you can definitely.
Yeah, you could probably- anybody else, you out of here.
Yeah, we said something about last
people
week.
love
You were
that
like,
on the
LeBron
internet.
can run around slapping refs, and everybody kind of be like,
Yeah.
Don't,
What if the
bl-
ref?
don't blame the ref.
Yeah, what if the
what
ref?
are you doing in the way of
That
saying
ref-
it like
that
that?
ref's gonna get
I can
fired.
see the NBA spinning there. Like, the ref called him a nigger. Right? They're like, what? He deserved to get slapped.
Yeah. What about Tom Savage, Tim? How about the Texans?
No,
No?
no,
Tom Savage isn't the new...
he's not.
Hey,
He won't
I
ever
heard,
be.
The Texans came out signing Colin Kaepernick.
There's no way it's gonna happen.
Man, they should though, right?
That's like the Saints signing Johnny Manziel. It's just
Hey,
never gonna happen.
man, I want Johnny Manziel to come back so bad.
He's
Johnny Manziel was getting wrecked though.
Bro.
Wait, is he still playing?
no.
Fuck
No.
no.
Johnny Manziel been playing like 2 years.
Yeah.
Partying too much?
Way,
Man, if
he's
Josh
partying a
Gordon
lot.
could come back, anybody could come back.
Well, I heard there was talks about him coming back, but that he'd have to like first get back in shape and like.
Yeah.
And he's white.
He
Like,
met-
bro,
he met
it's
up
not
with
going to be
the
hard. Just come back, say you're sorry, work
forget
out.
about it.
You'll be on the team in no time. Like, Josh Gordon will probably play this weekend, though. So I mean,
He could just go play baseball with Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow is horrible, bro.
At baseball?
Yeah. He's
Everything.
playing minor league.
Listen, maybe I'm a little bit out of the loop.
That's
So
legit,
Manziel-
though.
Manziel, he had like all this promise
From A&M,
when
yeah.
he was in A&M, and then got
Started-
a little bit of money.
I mean, he was the
Started
party
partying.
guy there. No, he was,
Well,
Well, he was
Yeah,
he
yeah,
was
he was the
crazy
party
in
guy at
college
A&M.
though. Like he was
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
crazy stuff in college.
Yeah.
Robert-
So just when he
Robert was
really
going to
made it
college
up
there
just
when
like
he was there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was too much.
showing
fun.
up to games drunk and something
But
like
he
that.
would still ball out, though.
For
Like,
sure.
So how could you be mad at that?
But
Well,
it's
that's-
di-
all right,
it's different
I mean,
though,
it's like
man.
your
Like
job, you know,
Yeah.
like,
As
it's
long as you
different
show up,
though.
who cares
A lot
if you're
of
outside?
a
Problem
lot
is
of
if you're
guys
not
can be
showing
good
up.
quarterbacks at the college level, but it's like different in the NFL, man. Like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
man, the NFL is too good, man. It's like way too. It's like the best of the best. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta produce.
Come
Yeah,
on,
for
Johnny,
sure.
come back, play some football, man.
So, Texans.
Texans now.
I mean,
Saints.
Saints are looking good,
They had a what,
Yeah.
but they
eight,
lost.
8-game win streak, and then they lost
Yeah.
to a very close game with the Rams.
Yeah.
It was a good game. But we got Carolina
Yeah, that's a
this
loss.
week.
That's a loss.
It's not. Carolina's going to lose.
What?
Yeah,
Hell no.
they are.
I got
They
Carolina
don't have
by
the
2
defense,
touchdowns.
and they have
There you go.
Greg,
Make a bet.
and they have Greg Olsen out.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's out, I think, for the rest of the year.
Shit.
Yeah. So I think the Saints have that. Hopefully, fingers crossed, and that's the division. They'll hopefully clinch the division after
Yeah.
that win.
Our division is up in the air. Hopefully, Kansas City loses again. We play Cleveland, so that's a win.
That's definitely a win.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about, what do you think about Eli Manning?
Bro,
You saw that?
fuck
What about
Eli.
Eli Manning, Peyton Manning's little brother,
Yeah.
is getting benched.
Yeah, he got
Right.
benched last week.
I
during
saw
the
that he
game.
got benched.
Yeah.
Right.
That's like benching.
Like forever?
Bro, but
I saw an
Just
interview
one
where he was
game.
like almost crying.
Yeah, but look,
What did he get benched for?
because he's bad.
Yeah.
He just
Really?
sucks.
In his defense, the whole entire team is bad. They lost. A lot of people are saying like they lost their best receiver Odell for the year, which
What
that's
do you mean
true.
He's bad though. He's got a ring.
Exactly, he has 2 rings.
Yeah.
He has.
I think they've made 4 trips. He has 2 rings. Like
How you gonna bench a guy with 2 rings?
there's
Ain't getting it done.
there's maybe 5 guys in the NFL that can replace him.
Yeah.
None of them are leaving where they're at. Tom Brady, maybe what's his name, Russell Wilson, Drew Brees. None of those guys are leaving.
No.
And they're benching him for what's his name, Geno Smith.
Who's
Yeah.
that?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah,
he's-
black guy, not that good.
He's like he's like secured a job in the NFL as a second string quarterback
Yeah.
forever. Like
I'm
Tom
a little
Savage.
biased towards.
Like he's a Tom Savage,
Yeah,
but faster.
I'm a little biased towards Eli Manning. Due to personal reasons.
Oh man.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, little crybaby. I seen him
Why are you
crying.
making it sound so weird? You're like, me and Eli got personal.
They go way back.
So it's
we
personal.
go way back.
Because it's personal.
Why'd you tell the story? It's making it all weird.
Because he was drafted by the Chargers,
Oh. Okay.
and then on draft day, we
Okay, it
drafted
sounded
him.
all secretive. You're like,
No.
yeah, me and Eli, we got secret
They
stuff.
got
You
into
don't
a
know
scuffle
sports.
at a bar one night.
And that's because you don't know sports. But he was drafted by the Chargers. And
Wait,
then,
whoa, this is news.
No, this
That's
is
not
years ago. Yeah, this is years ago. No, the Chargers drafted Eli Manning. This is draft day. They draft him. He gets up there, holding jersey, and was like, "I'm not playing for you guys.
Yeah.
Your team sucks. I'm not playing for you guys."
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
wait,
the
who's
Giants-
he with? Who's he with? Is he with the?
Yeah, the Giants.
He's with the Giants. So.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Giants drafted
Okay.
Phillip Rivers,
And they did
and
flip
then
flop.
called the Chargers and was like, "Hey, we'll trade you Phillip Rivers in the first round pick for next year, and just give us Eli Manning. He don't want to play for you guys anyway."
Yep.
So that's what happened. That's how he ended up playing for the Giants, and Phillip Rivers ended up playing for the Chargers.
So he didn't even like the Chargers anyway.
Like
Yeah,
before
so
he even
fuck
went
you.
to practice,
That's what
like
you get,
straight
bitch.
up
Like-
switched it.
okay.
This was draft day, yeah. And even he had his dad. Like his dad called the owner of the Chargers, like, "My son's not playing for you guys." So
Yeah.
don't draft, yeah.
Daddy, I need you to call up real quick.
Yeah, so
call him.
fuck
I like
you.
him.
I like how you little crying like a little bitch.
Yeah.
That's kind of a bitch move.
Right?
Like,
mean,
I don't know. Everybody that gets drafted, they go.
Yeah,
where
you
they
don't
go.
get to pick
And
what
then
team
from
you get
there,
drafted
after
to.
that, once your next contract or whatever's coming up, that's
Yeah.
when you're like, all right, this is where I'm gonna go where I want to go.
Yeah,
You know, but
Yeah.
Bro, which was so good because I'm looking at the NFL Network feed and it's like Phillip Rivers wins AFC Player of the Week, and then the next line is like Eli Manning gets benched for Geno Smith. So I was like, yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
We won that trade.
I mean, is that looking like a permanent switch?
Yeah, he's out of there.
No, there's no way. I give it. Geno Smith's gonna have 2 interceptions, maybe 1 touchdown, and then Eli's going.
Hey
back.
man, Geno Smith fast as shit.
He is.
He could run his way into a good contract.
I mean, at the end of the day, right? It's like numbers. If you're putting up numbers,
All
you stay on
yeah.
the field.
All the owners care about is winning a Super Bowl.
Man,
Yeah.
if Geno Smith wins one game, Eli's out of there.
Yeah.
And I think it's
They have
5
a game
games
coming
left.
up
Yeah.
Yeah, they play Sunday.
this weekend.
I don't think he's gonna do that good.
Nah, I don't think so either.
How many rings does Geno Smith have, though?
Fucking none.
He's been in
That's
the
all I
league,
get.
what, 3 years?
if
he's
you don't know
been
his
like
name,
3-4
he
years.
probably
3-4
doesn't have
years,
a ring.
like-
You see Eli, he's sitting on the bench, he's just looking at his 2 rings.
I think
Yeah.
he's
Just sits there,
Man, I
just
should
like
be the one out
polishing his
there.
ring all game.
Yeah,
he made his money.
yeah.
He's alright.
He's-
I totally forgot Geno Smith was in
He
the
can
league.
retire right now. He's good.
Yeah, the last time he's playing for the Jets last year, and then he got to an argument in the locker room with one of the linebackers, and they broke his jaw.
Yep.
Ooh.
Like, fucked him up.
Really fucked him up.
Fucked
in the
him
locker
up.
room. Yeah. And then the team cut him. I was like, damn, that's fucked up.
Then he immediately comes over to MMA.
Yeah, he'll probably win though. That's what's so crazy.
A lot of football players come over to MMA. They don't make it out there. So Cowboys Redskins today.
Redskins are
Go
taking
Redskins.
That. They're taking that.
Yeah, go Redskins.
Okay.
Prescott's
Jets,
just
Chiefs.
not confident.
Go Jets. Go Jets.
Oh, I thought our boy Shane in jiu-jitsu with us. Our coach is a big Cowboys fan.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
that guy.
Starting beef with coach already. No, he's a big Cowboys fan.
Nah,
and,
man. I feel bad for Cowboy fans. Y'all team sorry as shit.
and Shane posted like man, I really thought this was supposed to be the Cowboys' year. Oh wait, it was supposed to be last year, right? Oh wait, no, it was the year before, or maybe it was the last 20 years.
Every year is the Cowboys' year. Like they're just bad, bro.
Yeah. So you got...
That's weird, right? Like the Cowboys, like people can like, they look like they're gonna be good, but then they're not. And it's like the Texans, like.
Yeah,
it's the same way.
Like
Texans fans be the same way.
Yeah. Nah, I feel like I'm a Texans fan, and I'm a Texans fan, and I always look at the team, and I'm like, no.
The year they drafted Jadeveon Clowney, oh my God.
It was the year?
We got Clowney and Watt, best defense in the league.
And then he got
this our year.
Hey, it was the best defense in the league, though.
Like,
for the worst offense in the league.
For 2 weeks, and then he got hurt. Clowney
true.
got hurt. Next year, Watt got hurt. Next year, Clowney got hurt. Then Watt got hurt again.
Watt's hurt right now.
I feel like these
now
people need to
Watson
make
got
moves, man. I don't know why they're making
like every
moves
year they get
offensively.
somebody good.
Yeah,
Hurt.
it don't matter. Somebody didn't get it.
Everybody's hurt. Come on, man. Can't blame them.
Hey,
so next year, the Texans, right?
Oh,
Who's going to be... In the
Next
summer,
year,
you're going
for
to be
sure.
back?
For sure
next year. It's crazy we're already giving up on
When
him.
Watt comes back on the field...
Watt and Watson, right?
Watson. Patriots, Bills,
Watt
Sunday.
and Watson, that's the power company right there.
Yeah.
Broncos, Dolphins, 49ers, Bears.
Yeah, it's a shit.
Oh, Texans, Titans.
Titans are
Go
taking
Titans.
Chargers, Browns.
Fuck
I hope the
this.
Chargers
Can you
lose.
imagine
It's
though
the Browns.
if Cleveland does win that?
Right.
Hey,
Like,
what's so crazy?
They're the worst team right now,
do.
right?
I wouldn't even be surprised
'Cause
if
they're
Cleveland wins.
Because they always have one win
What's their record right
on the
now?
year.
And
One or
last year,
two, that's it.
You
That's
know
it.
who, the one win who they got against last year? Us.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, like, so I wouldn't even be surprised if we lost to the Browns.
Because the Chargers suck?
Nah, it's a trap game.
0-11.
Yeah. So they're gonna win one game.
Is this going to be the game? They have
Like
to
the
win
NFL
one.
is not gonna let them go
I mean, even
without a win.
the
Can I just
49ers
go
are
like
1
Cleveland
and
right
10.
now and try to walk on that team?
I'm sure you can go try out and they'll put you
Are
in.
they taking
I'm sure
walk-ons
they
right
could
now?
pay me a quarter of what they pay those guys to fuck shit up.
$250,000 a year. You can be special teams.
You'll do the
like-
same job. You'll lose
I'll
the same
fuck shit up
thing.
for way cheaper.
I told y'all, Matt's boy is playing to Sunday for the first time in like 2 years.
Who?
Josh Gordon, the drug
Oh
addict.
yeah.
Oh. I already forgot. What team's he on?
The Browns. The
See,
Cleveland.
okay.
that might be that edge. Like,
There we go.
He's coming back.
He's gonna win now.
He's coming back.
I'm on board now.
Cleveland's gonna win this game now.
Yes.
There we go. I'm
I'm
watching
seriously terrified
Cleveland.
for this game. That's-
Sunday. Oh, that's on my
Can't
birthday.
be nervous about New England. Definitely nervous about the Browns.
yeah, definitely nervous for the Browns.
Giants, Raiders.
Let's go Giants,
Sunday.
please. Shit.
That's gonna be a weird one.
Yeah, you're not a Raiders guy.
What? What are you
Let's
talking
figure
about
LA,
now,
right?
bro?
I don't know. Saints, Panthers. You said
Saints are taking that.
Saints are gonna win.
It's
I
gonna
think
be a
Packers
good
gonna
game.
take
It's
it.
gonna be a good game.
I think Carolina's gonna take it.
Without
Yeah.
Greg Olsen,
Yeah.
there's no way.
Eagles,
Newton-
Seahawks.
Cam Newton's breaking.
Eagles
Oh,
are the best. Right?
Seahawks,
Eagles are
please.
the best
Shit.
right now, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
that's gonna be a good one. Seahawks are up there. Like,
Yeah, let's go Seahawks, man.
that's gonna be a good game.
Okay, let's go Eagles. All right.
I think they got
Philly never wins, right? Have they ever?
No, they never won a Super Bowl.
in like the 70s.
Have they ever even
no,
gone?
they never
Never?
won a Super Bowl. Ever.
Well, there we go. The underdogs. Go Eagles. I'm an Eagles fan. I've always been an Eagles fan.
I can see them going.
I
to
think we
Super
have
Bowl.
you on record like week 3 saying the Eagles suck.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I go back and delete it. I run all the podcast shit. I've been an Eagles fan since day one. I'm just gonna put that in episode 1 somewhere. So
You're
anything
gonna
else
go
in
edit
football?
yourself just randomly saying I'm an
Yeah.
Eagles fan.
Every week I just change myself to a new fan. All right. Anything basketball?
Nah, man. Golden State,
Almost lost. Alonzo
Still,
Ball.
bro. The Golden State's on autopilot. Like,
Yeah.
They can really care less about the regular season.
Just cruising to the finals.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Again.
I don't think I've gotten this far in season 2 yet, but is LiAngelo out of jail yet?
He is.
Season 2.
He's out of jail.
You're a dumbass. We said this last fucking episode.
Right.
When we gave Trump a shout out.
I was about to say. we were
Right.
talking about
Trump got him now.
Yeah,
Trump
Trump got
got
the
him.
bro out. You know what I'm saying?
The last episode I watched, they were still freaking out about China. And then the dad was like, "It's okay if my boy doesn't do well." Wait, no, it's not. Damn.
Yeah.
Wait, was that the dude that he got locked up in China?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you get locked? Oh, he was stealing something.
Yeah.
After the Louis Vuitton.
Or the buddies were
Allegedly.
stealing.
What did they?
stuff.
What
Yeah,
did he end
didn't
up
do it.
stealing?
Out of like
Louis Vuitton
Louis
bag
Vuitton.
or
But that was so
sunglasses.
fucked up
Gucci
because
belts, I don't know.
he wasn't stealing.
it was
Allegedly.
It was the buddies that was stealing.
he
No,
was
they
just-
came out and said it.
Oh, okay.
He was just there. That's what I
Oh,
mean.
they
Because you
came
can-
out and
That's
said
exactly
it.
true.
Ah,
Like,
okay.
you know, LeVar Ball's like, God,
He paid.
my son didn't do anything.
He
Bro,
gave. Look.
he's
Look.
worth,
He,
like,
he
he
got
had-
those other two kids out with him.
Like-
He gave them each a pair of O2s and was like, "Hey,
Bro, this
Exactly,
is what people
like-
understand.
shut your fucking mouth."
And then what they got caught stealing was belts. Okay, these belts are like $800-900 belts.
Yeah.
His first car is a fucking Lamborghini.
It's
you don't
insane
think
that
he
they.
could buy a Louis Vuitton belt?
I'm saying they
Like,
locked
Right.
him up anyway.
For
Like-
sure.
They were trying to make a point or something.
Like, I feel like that's a bad thing in China, though.
Man, but
Yeah.
That's
I
like
didn't even know they had
a
like
little
Louis
strict.
Vuitton.
Like, they're
in
strict
China.
there.
Of course they do, bro.
Some
They
people-
make it
Trying
out
to
there.
pop
Let's
off.
do
Some
it.
people are
huge.
weird though, man. Like Aaron Hernandez, that dude was like so rich. That dude was still dealing like weed out of his house or something.
Yeah, that's
like,
for thrill.
killed two
Like,
people.
that's-
Yeah,
I heard the
like-
same thing. He's got so much money. Why are you selling guns?
But he
Right.
wasn't.
maybe
this
he
is
was
what a lot of
like,
people
man,
don't
I've
know.
never stolen a Louis Vuitton bag. I want to know what that feels like.
But see, that's
if
what
one's
nothing with
stolen.
Aaron Hernandez thing.
Like
People
the
were
case.
thinking he was selling drugs. He was getting his football money, buying his friends drugs to sell.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm not just gonna give y'all money, but I'm gonna put y'all in a position to make money. That same shit.
just
I
a
would do.
businessman.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that for you.
He's a
You know what I'm
businessman.
saying? I'm not gonna just give you $100,000,
Right.
but I'll buy you $10,000 worth of
To go
product,
to work for you,
and
right?
you can make $100,000.
Make
I don't
you a
want
little
nothing
money.
back though.
Oh, okay.
That's you. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
I buy this key. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You break it down. You make $100,000.
So you're just being a good dude.
Absolutely.
I'm a good friend.
Yeah.
I'm
Sure.
over.
Work ethic right
Yeah,
there.
I'm a good friend.
That's all that is.
Yeah, putting people to work, giving
That's what I'm
people,
saying.
giving people.
That guy
work.
said something about you. I mean, I'm not gonna give you a gun, but I'll go kill him for you.
Hey,
I mean,
exactly
but
what
that's
happened.
you know. But that's you.
Let's be a good friend.
His
Let's,
best friend, man. All right, so nothing else in basketball or anything.
yeah, bro. Let's talk about this game.
Let's do MMA. There's so many events this weekend.
Yeah, everybody skip through to the good part.
Just events.
So
actually,
before
start
y'all
back-
transition, since y'all are transitioning from like football and stuff to MMA, like did y'all see that video of those two college football players and one of them gets dropped?
No,
Yeah,
they
have
fought.
they have like a locker room video of one of them just punching the other dude and just
Who was
drops
it?
him in one hit.
Nah,
You know what team it was?
I could look it up real quick.
Locker room fight. Oh, these are from,
It was on World Star.
I was waiting for a porno to pop up. We're not talking about it.
Let me see.
It's football.
Yeah, it was on World Star's page not that long ago.
World Star.
I fucked with World Star, alright.
2 weeks ago. Oh, these are all just the fight compilations.
Okay.
Yeah, I follow them on Instagram. All right, find that. Send it to me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Can we make street fights a sport?
street fights.
I thought that's what MMA was.
Is Kimbo Slice not a sport?
Yeah, the Kimbo Slice backyard
Hey,
brawls.
let Kimbo rest in peace, man.
Yeah. Kimbo is the original Street Fighter, though. And then you see how that worked out.
How?
So
He became an international superstar?
All right, you're right about that.
Burn.
But did you see that Kimbo Dada fight? Try and defend that.
Let that
fight.
man rest in
I mean,
peace.
Dana White's like make some money. You just
Oh,
get his
no
camera
way.
crew,
Yeah.
All right,
just go walk where some action's happening. Dana White goes looking for street fights.
Mm-hmm. Dana White looking for a street fight.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
He'd be handing out
Who is it, Tim?
UFC contracts.
Georgia Tech.
You found it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not letting me play it though.
Georgia Tech football player knocks out his teammate.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. You think we can pull this now?
There it is.
TMZ, of course.
This is Teddy's TMZ corner. Whoa.
Just straight up on the chin.
Whoa.
And he hit. That's the thing. He hit that chin
He went
too.
stiff.
They showed in slow.
Oh, now he's like, oh, I kind of feel bad. I got to help him out a little bit.
That's his boy, though.
Was it his boy?
That's because
Hey.
he realized he's gonna.
People fight all the time, bro.
They
You
don't
don't
knock
see
you.
your boy down there fucking.
Yeah, but you can't do
You don't
that.
knock your
in
boy
the
out like
Georgia
that.
Tech locker room. Like you can't.
That was
do
a slap, too. That looked like he knocked him out with a slap.
Nah, he hit him with
That
the...
was.
That was
He just
all
catches
this.
him on the chin.
Oh, yeah. You can't see
He
his
was
hand,
asleep
but
for a
yeah.
while.
They show it in slow-mo right now after that.
You gotta help your boy up, bro.
Oh, yeah, that was definitely.
His form is all off, though.
You don't knock your boy out. Actually, Robert's knocking me out, so.
He's about to transition into the MMA world, though. Just leave that man alone.
With that punch, absolutely.
Yeah.
They're gonna pad his record with that fight. He's 1-0 already right now as a pro.
That's definitely some UFC.
Well,
coming in a Bellator from Georgia Tech at 1-0.
Let's do something you're into. Boxing. There's a bunch of stuff with boxing.
Man, Conor, one of the greatest ever.
Miguel Cotto's last fight this weekend. No one cares.
Let that man rest. You don't ever let nobody rest in peace, dude.
Get out of here. I want everyone just to retire. Get out of there. Kovalev won last weekend. There's no other really good boxing.
Hey, what's going to happen to MMA when Conor retires?
Good question. Good question.
I don't know. There will always be somebody.
Yeah, it's going to be another Conor.
It's never going to be another Conor.
Well, yeah, but there will be somebody to kind of.
there was Ronda. Everyone was like, "What's going to happen when Ronda leaves?" Conor showed up.
What's going to happen when GSP leaves? Ronda showed up.
So in boxing, Teddy's inside sources last week. Teddy calls me freaking out because it's his boy or is it your brother?
Yeah, it's my brother.
He lives out in Vegas. Yeah. Heard from across the street. Well, we won't give out his sources.
Yeah, for real. You're getting way too detailed. Somebody's going to get shot because of you. What's wrong with you?
Finds out from some inside sources that allegedly that Floyd's working on a rematch. He calls me immediately and is like, "Bro, he's rematching Conor." It's
that's on a rematch.
You immediately think that the last one, right? And I was like, or it could have been any of like the 48, 47 people he's fought before.
Hey, he's 50-0.
Yeah. But some of them are rematches, right? A couple of them are rematches. Fuck you. So I was like, well, it's probably Pacquiao. Pacquiao was talking about this week, like, I'm fighting Conor McGregor, blah, blah. He's back in training camp. Yeah. I'm like, okay, Pacquiao, Floyd rematch. I just don't see any reason.
Because that first fight.
First one sucks.
Awful.
So I could see them, like, if it's a better fight. I don't see them ever fighting, or Floyd ever fighting again. Why would you break the 50? Why would you go 51-0? Or even risk 50-1? Just stay 50-0. Floyd 50. You won. Nah. You won. Floyd won boxing.
He's bought literally everything on this planet. He doesn't know what. He doesn't know what else to do. Like, he's bored.
He's bored out of everything twice.
Bro, I can see Floyd sending out an Instagram post like, "Hey, y'all, think about buying a planet."
I don't think absolutely. I don't think he's gonna mess with anything that's not a bigger payday
than what he just had.
Yeah, and I don't see
Pacquiao a bigger payday.
I don't think it is.
Especially because he's already coming off.
I don't even think Conor Mayweather 2 would even be as big as Conor Mayweather.
I feel like it would.
We already know. The mystery's over.
I wouldn't want to.
We already know.
Like, I watch.
If Conor
was Diaz Conor 2.
Well, hold on.
I think that's bigger than the Floyd.
That was because Conor lost the first one.
Well, yeah, Conor lost the first one here.
No. But if Floyd would have lost this one,
there would have been a rematch.
They would have done a rematch. It's the same thing with the Conor Nate. Like, if Nate would have won the first, or if Conor would have won the first one, there's no reason to do the second one.
Because what round was it that Conor got knocked out?
10th round.
10th? Bro, I could see a rematch, bro.
He was going weak around
because it was the same.
7.
It was the same thing with the Floyd and Pacquiao fight. If Pacquiao would have won, then Floyd already automatically had a rematch.
Yeah, it was in the contract. So
I feel like Floyd let him get that 10 rounds.
He let him have the first 3 for sure.
First 3 for sure. There were some shots in there where you're like, all right, he wasn't planning on those getting through.
Yeah. Right.
But they didn't phase him.
Not at all.
And you could see he was like, all right, I got it. You're not moving that fast. That's why I think the mystery's over. We know. We already know what happened. And Floyd's going to figure it out faster this time, if anything. Conor's my boy.
Yeah.
It's like round 5, like those little Jenga towers. You started pulling out just those little piece by piece, and then he just collapsed.
Now, what if Conor comes back and beats whoever? GSP, which would be crazy.
He's not fighting in the UFC, bro. I don't know why.
I thought you were talking about boxing.
Yeah.
Conor, no. If he comes back and does he comes back and defends against that, defends against Tony Ferguson and wins, defends against Nate, whatever. If he has a good fight in the UFC and wins and gets relatively bigger, then do you see him doing a Floyd record next year?
Be too late.
Like a year later?
Nah, I don't see it.
I see there being more of a mystery there.
Nah.
If Conor's still on top of the world.
That's just you being delusional, bro. No one cares
about
UFC.
No.
I don't really want to see it. I'm just saying.
I think if there was ever going to be a rematch, it would have to happen sooner rather than later.
Yeah. People aren't going to care later.
It's just not.
Yeah, I see. And then Stephen A. Smith, you sent me this.
Yeah.
Saying
this was so crazy because this came out 3 days after I called you.
I not only get a call, I got FaceTime.
That was cute.
It was from Floyd Money Mayweather You know, y'all are my witnesses. Floyd Money Mayweather. He is not coming out of retirement. Where the hell is this news coming from? He does not want to fight again. He don't give a damn who the opponent is. Yep. He is done. He is finished. He is not fighting again. Stop talking about him fighting because he's not coming back. That is according to
I'm with this
guy. That to me. When I see that though, that reminds me of when a guy is in a fight and he gets punched and he's like nods his head like that means you got him. You know what I mean?
Skeptical hippo eyes.
Yeah. So whenever somebody's like, nah, that ain't happening. Yeah. That usually means like they're probably
Dana White style. Conor McGregor, you're never fighting again.
Yeah.
So he'll be back next week. Then we can expect a fight.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who was that? Is that ESPN?
Yeah,
they're in on it.
You know that old saying where there's smoke, there's fire. Yeah. So
Teddy called that last week. He was like, "It's all a fix. They know what's in. He's trying to build it up, get people talking about it. Next week, it's gonna be he's back out of retirement.
Yeah, because he's training.
He's keeping his name in the news for sure.
Yeah, what are you training for then?
I can tell you right now, if I retired from boxing, I'd probably never lace up a pair of gloves again. Like if I was retired, you know, like I'd be like, man. I'm not gonna go get punched around just to train for no reason.
I mean, if that's something you've been doing your whole life, you know, you might go out and punch some bags.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how you keep working out.
That means like in your own personal gym that you have downstairs.
Nah, he went to his boxing gym.
Exactly. If I'm retired, I'm hitting the bag at my house. I'm not going down to the gym for people to record me.
He does own the gym. Is he trying to keep people coming in? Maybe.
What?
He probably owns 5 gyms.
What the fuck
like one is downstairs.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather's a billionaire. What the fuck you mean? He's trying to keep people to come to his gym.
I feel like his gym is established. At this point. Like
that's the same thing with Conor too. Like
who's
after.
He's got a gym.
So Joe Rogan and Brendan Shaw this week were talking about Conor being in trouble with the Irish mob. Apparently,
is that what that meme was about? About the mob, the mafia can't handle my left hand?
Yeah, the mob can't handle my left hand. So here's them talking about it.
He goes, listen, if it was that big, there'd be more video of it. Dana goes, Dana's basically saying I'm skeptical and why that happened. People that I know in Dublin and that are blowing me up are saying, dude, it's real.
I wonder who his sources are.
He has a friend from
he doesn't know anybody in
Ireland that's in this mafia and that got beat up by these guys.
$900K.
His friend are in this bar.
If I'm Conor, I'm just doubling and putting a hit on you.
Mafia family over there, so now there's a hit out on Conor, is what they're saying.
What?
Yes, for $900,000. What? Mm-hmm. Now, how much of that is true? How much of it is speculation? I'm not sure.
That sounds like 90% speculation and hearsay.
How much of that is just Conor?
How much did Conor make off the Floyd fight?
$100 million or more.
Something crazy.
I got $5 million on the whole Irish Mafia then.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? You can't play that game with me.
Put your game against theirs. Yeah, I'm about as sure those sources are real as your sources.
So why allegedly are they putting this hit on him?
Hey,
that's what they were saying. He got into
the Irish Mafia ain't put out
and the guy that he beat up was in the mafia.
Right. So apparently some other mob beat up some guys in some gang in Ireland beat up one of Conor's boys who's in a different gang. Conor went to this bar, sees these guys from the opposite gang there, and fucks them up. One of the guys up or something. Conor with some of his boys. Allegedly. And it was weird how the story came out because it was a famous Irish MMA fighter has gotten into a bar brawl this week. And it was like, so it's Conor or are y'all trying to make us think it's Conor? And that was the whole thing for like 2 days of just, but who is it? Is it Conor?
Who else is a famous MMA star from Ireland?
Right. And then it was,
they probably just didn't want to put his name.
Right. Yeah. That's when you start thinking like, oh, maybe this is real.
Yeah, because they didn't want
They tried to hide it for a minute, and then it was like, okay, it was Conor. He got into some brawl allegedly or whatever. And then it came out there's a hit on him for whatever.
$900K, bro.
For that gang shit.
The fuck? If Conor's worth more than $100 million.
No one's getting close to him.
$900K? Come on, bro.
Let's get someone on his yacht or something.
Man,
I don't know.
If he gets taken out by his own country.
I doubt people. I feel like Ireland loved that man too.
Exactly.
I think they were all with him. I didn't even know the other gang would be against them.
I'm pretty sure Ireland would turn on that mafia before they turn on.
Exactly.
Yeah. So let's see. So boxing,
I'll
whatever.
go fucking Ireland and fuck them up for Conor. I'm not even from Ireland.
Another big MMA story I saw from the weekend was that dude in South Korea got put in jail for attempting to fix a fight. Did y'all see that?
Oh, I saw that.
So he
not even attempting. Year. Hadn't he already some other fights before this one that he got caught for were kind of iffy.
They were iffy already, so they were kind of like they didn't know what was going on. So last year on a fight in South Korea, he apparently they're like 10 minutes before the fight or something, the betting odds just went opposite. Just completely the other way. Swung the other way. So the UFC officials or whatever went to the guy and were like, "Hey man, fight fixing's illegal. But, just let you know in case anything happens, we're watching."
Yeah.
So he won the fight. He apparently ended up changing his mind. They said that some guys gave him like the equivalent of like $200,000 or something like that to go fix the fight. And then when he found out, the guy got scared and changed his mind. Then they just finally got around to the whole court case and everything. And he's in for like a year, I think. Like nothing too crazy.
I just would have threw the fight then.
Yeah, right.
Got the $200,000, spent 2 years in jail.
Yeah. No, just take off real quick.
Yeah, fuck y'all.
Leave South Korea. Can you?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, and I'm going to North Korea.
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
It's not, no. Can't do that.
Bro, what's up with y'all?
North Korea? That sounds like a good idea to you.
You saw the video with the North Korean Border Patrol officer?
Yeah, the defector?
Escaped into South Korea?
Yeah, you a bitch, bro.
No.
You don't lead homies like that. That's why they shot your bitch ass.
Definitely not South Korea. So, let me go through all the events in MMA this weekend. There's a bunch
I'm
of
going
them.
to take a bathroom break.
There's Bellator this weekend. There's somebody big was on that. Oh, Rafael Lovato Jr. That's going to be a good jiu-jitsu fight. The Tough Ultimate Fighter 125 season finale going to be this weekend. That's going to be the female 125 champions, the winner of that fight. Yeah, that's about the reaction the MMA community has too. Yeah. So
who's on?
No one knows, bro. No one knows. That Serge chick, Serge Eubanks.
Serge Ibaka.
She's about to be the champ for sure. She's scary.
Everything I've seen, it was just all about UFC adding a new weight class, but they never said what weight class.
125.
Like they just didn't want to talk about it. It's like, yeah, we're adding the new weight class.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which one? Like, is it a 170?
Is it one that people want to watch?
Right?
Nope, definitely not.
Women's 125.
Hell yeah.
So then we got the UFC this weekend. This is the big one. This is probably gonna be the biggest fight of the rest of the year, right? Biggest card of the year.
Yeah.
It's gonna be in Detroit, the Dirty D.
The Dirty D.
That's what they call it, right? God. Robert just got back from Detroit. He says it's a ghost town. He was rolling through like the middle of the city. He says like you see like the super nice places. You're like, man, this isn't as bad as everyone. And then he gets there, he's like,
No, Detroit looks like The Walking Dead.
Yeah, Vaughn, you're living out there for a little while.
Yeah.
Is it that bad out there?
That's what it looks like. You look out there.
It's like tumbleweed.
And you see like these dead looking buildings from like 30 years ago that are still standing.
So Robert was talking about gangs of like taking over the buildings themselves, just like have floors.
Like that's one of those places I'd be okay if I never went to.
Yeah, you don't ever have to go there. You don't ever have to go there. There's like street lights there from what I've heard and seen. Someone told me like there's these little blue lights. I saw the little blue lights. They're like cops don't patrol this area. Like just go down the street. You just gotta know the cops aren't gonna be there. Yeah.
Hey, let's not talk shit about Detroit, man. The big fight card is there. So, you got...
No, Detroit's there, bro. Detroit's
big fight up there. Holloway Aldo rematch. Holloway's going to win again, obviously, right?
I don't know. Man.
Aldo stepped in.
Team Holloway for sure.
Team Holloway for sure. He's the new champ. Overeem and Ngannou, bro. This is going to be the big one. You got to watch this fight. The winner of this is probably going to go and fight for the heavyweight title.
Yes.
Teddy, bro. Come on.
It's Ngannou.
What's up?
This is the fight.
Oh.
This is going to be the big fight. Because the winner of this is going to be the heavyweight
Never heard of
title
none
fight.
of these guys.
Yeah. Alistair Overeem, he's been around forever.
The loser of this fight has permanent brain damage.
For sure. Loser of this is going to be in a coma. Francis Ngannou, I think he's super overhyped. He's 10-1. He hasn't been doing MMA for 4 years?
45 or 43 and 15.
Yeah, Overeem's been around for a minute.
If Ngannou's takedown defense is on point, he got it.
That's what I think this is so Overeem's kickboxing champ, been around for a long time.
I don't see Overeem taking him down. Like
Overeem used to be, they used to call him Ubereem.
Because he used to drive Uber?
Yeah. That's a terrible joke.
Then,
be scared.
Dana White found him.
He's called Ubereem. Because that's what he used to look like when he was roided to the gills.
That's the reason I even got into like weightlifting back in the day. Because I saw that guy, I was like, damn.
And now look at dad bod Overeem.
I want to look like
that.
That's
not weightlifting. That's testosterone.
Yeah.
I'm okay
that's
with
the
that.
Mexican supplements.
I'm okay with taking sups.
Francis Ngannou. So Overeem's pretty much, if you touch him on the chin, he's out.
Yeah.
But he's really good. He's got a lot more skill. He's been around for a long time. He's ranked number 1. Francis Ngannou has fought nobodies. But every time he just barely touches you, they're dead. Like some that don't even look like they're gonna be strong hits. It's just kind of like, and they just drop. Crazy power.
I don't think this fight's gonna last longer than 2 rounds.
It can't.
I think it could be a 1-round fight.
Yeah, Francis Ngannou. They moved him out of. He was in Cameroon, then he was in France, and UFC was like, get over here. They put him in the UFC Institute. They've been just experimenting on him, Hydra style, super soldier serum. He says he doesn't take. It says he doesn't take whey protein. He's so worried about like popping for anything. He's just all natural. Just
sure you are
built like a monster. Apparently, we'll see.
Probably fights trees.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be skill versus this dude's super young and super powerful. We'll see. Joe Rogan's all on that Francis Ngannou hype train. He's always
if I can quote somebody that's in the business. Everybody's on the juice.
Everybody's on the juice. Chael Sonnen or the Diaz Bros.
Everybody is on the juice.
Yeah. So that's gonna be an awesome fight. Henry Cejudo and Sergio Pettis.
Team Cejudo for sure.
Cejudo's gonna kill it. He was an Olympic wrestler back in the 2000s.
2008, I think.
08? Yeah, he was an Olympic wrestler. He came over to MMA. He didn't do too well. They pretty much immediately threw him into the title, and he lost.
He did all right. I think he got KO'd, but I think he did all right.
But he's been killing it ever since.
For sure. He was killing it before that, too, before that title fight.
Yeah. And he changed to a karate style in this last fight. It was pretty crazy. He knocked the dude out. Sergio Pettis, young upcomer. His older brother's the 145 champ. Was the 145 champ. We'll see. Should be a good one. There's going to be a bunch of kicking and shit. This is going to be the fight. Gaethje versus Alvarez.
Look at those two bodies. Like, look at the difference. Oh my god.
Yeah, Eddie Alvarez is pretty shredded for this one. He was just putting some pictures on Instagram.
Is that other guy even a fighter?
Gaethje?
He definitely looks somebody like work at Subway.
It looks like he worked at Starbucks and somebody was like, yo, you want to step in the octagon, dog? Short notice.
Gaethje's a brawler, though. He's a wrestler. He was a college wrestler, All-State, or All-American, whatever you say. All-State's the insurance company. But he's a brawler, and I was trying to find the part where he gets rocked real bad. But he looks like a zombie. So
basically, he's like the Homer Simpson of UFC. Like, he can just walk in there and take hits and then just knock you out like at the end.
Yeah.
Basically.
He's not afraid to get in there.
He doesn't move back either. See, he just kind of stands there and gets beat up on. You gonna show that uppercut?
Yeah. Is that gonna work though?
So he drops
against
and
Eddie
then kind
Alvarez.
of, I'm back. So Justin Gaethje, and I loved his call out afterward. Misha Tate. That's for next episode. Teddy wanted to know who Misha Tate was. We were just showing him. No.
I can care less. Not impressed.
Oh, come on.
Not impressed.
So, I don't know, man. I got Justin Gaethje winning. Eddie Alvarez got knocked out by Conor not too long ago.
Multiple times.
Damn, poor Albert.
Tisha Torres, Michelle Watterson.
Team Watterson for sure.
Michelle Watterson and Karate Hottie.
I don't know. I like Tisha Torres.
Yeah, it's only because you met her or saw her or whatever.
Dude, she fights up close, man. She gets that real high shoulder.
She's a good prospect. 9-1. It's a good record.
Listen, I'm just gonna say don't count her out.
Don't count her out.
The tiny tornado.
I didn't even know that was her name.
Tisha, Tiny Tornado Torres.
Oh.
This is going to be a pretty crazy fight, too. Oliveira versus Paul Felder. Irish Dragon. You know, people used to hate him. Like, the Irish people hated him because he's American. The Irish Dragon. And he comes out to, like, Irish music and shit. He's got the Irish flag. And they were all, like, I think he came out in Ireland, all that. Yeah, you can't do that, man.
They hated him?
Yeah, they were all freaking out.
Is he not, like,
whatever. But, nah, he's
ancestry
fine.
is not
Yeah,
Irish?
yeah, he's Irish.
Okay. So then what the hell?
Yeah, they can calm down.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
He's got United States on his country, though.
Yeah.
Can't do that. Can't do that. It doesn't work.
Yeah,
Can't do that.
But Paul Felder's awesome. He's an awesome analyst, too.
That guy, Charles Oliveira, no, is that him? Is he the one that used to fight out of
cross-eyed.
Houston? That trained here in Houston?
Did he?
I don't know if it's him or it's somebody. I always confuse him with somebody else, but I think it was him.
Goofy looking.
What is his name? Charles Oliveira, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure it was maybe him.
I got Paul Felder. Cowboy Oliveira versus your boy Yancy Medeiros out of Hawaii. These two are both from Hawaii. They're partners. I got Yancy.
No.
Yeah, it says fighting out of Houston, Texas. Charles Oliveira.
Yeah, that's pretty much all the good ones, man.
Where was the good one?
Those were all good ones, bro. They're all going to be great. Even the David Tamer, Jakar
The whole
Close
time I
fight.
was waiting on you to be like, this is
No,
good.
I'm excited about this one.
This is going to be an awesome card. And then Sunday is going to be the
It's gonna be fun to
EBI for a little jiu-jitsu. I'm going to be watching that. I'm going to be watching Glory. I'm going to be watching all this stuff.
That combat jiu-jitsu.
Combat jiu-jitsu sucked. That slapping. You got to listen to the last episode. We went over that.
Yeah.
Look, apparently he
Garbage.
trains out of Gold Team, Texas,
Oh, okay.
which is
No, I'm still not going to support him, though. He's from
Houston,
Texas. All right, guys. That's going to wrap up this episode. It's Unqualified Matt and Teddy. Hit us up on Twitter and Instagram at Unqualified with.
Yeah.
Check us on YouTube. We're on iTunes. We're on SoundCloud. I've been putting them up. Libsyn. All of them at Unqualified with Matt and Teddy. You just look us up. Google us. Hit me up on Instagram or Twitter at Who's Matt Rouch. At Off-White Teddy.
Yeah.
On Instagram finally. Vaughn. Cleanse. Anyone want to plug anything? No? That's definitely a no.
Our Instagrams, y'all know our Instagrams. I've been here since episode.
Even day one. So.
Yeah.
Alright, that's it. See y'all next week.
Didn't even let us say goodbye again. Just cuts it. So only y'all two say later.